something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this. Where'd you wanna go? How much you wanna risk? I'm not looking for somebody with some superhuman gifts, some superhero, some fairy tale bliss. Just something I can turn to, somebody I can kiss. I want something just like this. Oh, 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 I want something just like this.
Working hard, yeah, right feature with a quarter. Up at the head, go Times Square. Say a feature for me with a quarter. So my life from negative to positive, but you're small supernova. And tonight, listen to life. Pitbull, Nile, Neo, that's right.
I will love you tonight. Give me everything tonight. For all we know, we might not get tomorrow. Let's do it tonight. Let's do it tonight. Get somebody sexy, tell 'em who.
Oh, no. People online, sorry. I didn't realize my mic was on. You're hearing just a lot of random stuff. All right, welcome to Pump 2024. If this is a new class, welcome. So glad that you're here. If you've been here before, glad to see you all again. So like I sent out in the Teams group, I had surgery during the Christmas holiday break. So until I get done with my post-operation appointment and kind of get to know when I can be back, I'll be here, but I won't be actually doing it with you until it gets to that point. So just as an FYI. I know, it's all just a lie. I just didn't want to work out anymore. I have another surgery in like 2 months, and then I have another one in like 6 weeks. No, that's a lie, so I don't have to do it. I should have just kept that running just all year. So if you've never taken this class before, a little bit about this class. So the first class we do of every session is a little bit shorter of a class. So we're only doing 3 rounds, and I'll kind of explain how the rounds work for the first class. But I sent out an email last week, so you hopefully should have got that. Kind of welcomed you to class, a little bit about the class, about me. I had an education link on there. So the first thing was, hopefully you watched that. If not, we'll just do like a quick 35-second recap of basically what that video is talking about. When we're exercising, we really want to make sure we're braced, one, so we're not getting injured, and when you're braced, it helps you move in a correct movement pattern, okay, so you're actually working the right muscles. So we're going to go over bracing posture real quick, so go and get in whatever a normal stance is, just comfortable stance. First thing you want to do is squeeze your glutes, okay? This is leveling out your pelvis. The next thing you want to do is think of lifting your pelvic floor up and into your stomach. So it's like kind of doing a Kegel, okay? You'll feel a slight pulling right above kind of your belt line, okay? Just a slight tension there. Next thing you want to do is tighten the core around that lift that you did. Shoulder blades slightly back and down, head up in that neutral position. So from here, if you're holding that, you can release those glutes if you want because you're in position, but take a step or two with that bracing and then just release it all. So you'll feel that slump, the drop going from kind of like more of like a top position to more of a soft position. That's the difference between braced and unbraced, okay? So anytime you're in the class doing movements, make sure you have that braced posture. I'll call it out all the time, but a lot of times when there is injuries, a lot of times it's when you're not braced, okay? You lose that ability to transmit power through the body, and if you move wrong, all that tension moves into maybe a vulnerable point, okay? So go and get braced again. We'll go through it again one more time. Glutes, lift that pelvic floor, tighten that core, shoulder blades back and down, head up in that neutral position. When you're not exercising or you're just standing here, you just want about a 2 out of 10 intensity as far as the lifts and the holds, okay, for being braced. When you're exercising, that's when you might need a little bit more intensity of holding that brace. So homework for you too, and we'll say it before you leave, try to hold that brace throughout your entire day, okay, just that 2 out of 10 intensity. Really helps to strengthen a lot of those supportive, stabilizing muscles in your body that don't normally get a lot of work. You might be sore just starting from bracing. That happens a lot, especially up here between the shoulder blades, holding that back, because a lot of times, especially if you're at a desk or working at a station, shoulders rounded forward, kind of reaching out in front of you doing something, okay? So be prepared for that. So this class is formatted. Normally we have 4 rounds total. Each round consists of 2 movements that will superset 4 times, okay? So what that looks like is, for example, up here, we would do movement 1 for 30 seconds, right into movement 2 for 30 seconds. That's 1 set. And then we'll go right back into movement 1 for 30 seconds, into movement 2 for 30 seconds. That's the second set. We'll do a third set, and then a fourth set. That's 1 round completed. You'll get a 1-minute rest period before we move on to the second round, okay? Like I said, there's only 3 rounds in this class today, just for the first day, because we talked about a little bit of extra stuff. But normally there will be those 4 rounds. Any questions over like the format? If you're online, if you have any questions, throw them in the chat. I'll run over them, check them after we kind of get through this part. But any questions? Yeah, I say I do it, but I'm not as good of the follow through. I plan to do really well, but it doesn't always work out. Okay, it's busy in here. That would have been really unfortunate. I thought for sure I might have been. Actually, fun fact, I walked in and thought I muted it. I unmuted it when I was just walking around talking, like just whatever. And then I got there, I was like, dang it. Everybody online, you're just listening to me. Just I appreciate that. Want to hear my voice. It's nice. All right, so for the movements today, I'm going to borrow Hope, if you don't mind coming over here to show all the movements since I can't do them. So Brace still? Didn't lose your brace? Oh. Definitely got it. Rock solid right there. So first movement we have is going to be squat jumps, okay? So really be intentional when you're doing the squat jumps. Sure, that works great. So biggest thing, push the hips back and down, keep the knees in line with the toes, keep the weight even on the feet, okay? Don't want the heels coming up, don't want the toes coming up when you're in that. You can do just a regular squat, or as you're warmed up, if you're one, you can add the jump portion to it. When you come down from the jump squat, don't land hard on the knees or the ankles, okay? Don't lock the legs, but absorb the impact back into those glutes. Next one we have is going to be push-ups. So for this one, shoulder blades, biggest thing, we want shoulder blades back and down, okay? And we'll all get into position for this one as well, so go ahead and take yourself down. Biggest thing, remember, brace, shoulder blades back and down, hands underneath the chest, not underneath the face. If the hands are too high, the elbows are going to flare out to the side and you're not doing it right, you're using different muscles. So hands under the chest, when the elbows go back, bring them back at about a 45, okay? Keep that chest up the whole time, shoulder blades back and down, scapula strong. You want to be feeling this movement through the chest for the most part, okay? Not so much the shoulders and the arms. Feel free to take some practice with this, just being intentional about where you're trying to feel it. Next one we have is going to be Romanian deadlifts, supersetted with a bent over row. So for this one, you'll have either two weights or one weight in front sideways, okay? For the RDL, weights even on the feet, your brace, you're pushing the hips back, dropping the chest down, okay? Feeling the stretch through the hamstrings and the glutes. Really keep those glutes engaged. Then push your hips forward, bring yourself back up to standing, pulling those shoulder blades back and down, okay? For the bent over row, you're going into that lower position here, and you're pulling those elbows back, okay? Squeezing through the lats and squeezing those scapula together at the top, okay? Really be intentional to pull from the back, not the arms, okay? If you notice, when she does this, the wrist is underneath the elbow. That's how you know that you're pulling from your back. If your wrist is coming up above the elbow, then you're using a lot of bicep and arm for that movement, okay? So be aware of where you're pulling and where those mechanics are. Shoulder press. Remember, anytime you're overhead on a movement, really make sure that shoulder blade is back and down. If you ever feel weak over the head, a lot of time it's because your scapula isn't strong, isn't contracted. It's like jumping off concrete versus jumping off sand. Jump off concrete, you're going to have a lot more power output. You're going to get a lot higher in that jump because you're not losing power into the ground. Same thing with anything overhead. So scapula strong, press up and overhead, and then lower that weight back down. Elbows can be out to the side or in front. Doesn't matter so much. The biggest thing is keep those scapula really locked back down and strong. Next movement we have is going to be stance jacks. So for stance jacks, you're starting with your feet together and then jumping them out to the side, pushing the hips back and reaching down to that opposite foot, okay? For this one, it doesn't matter how far down you get. Whatever your mobility allows is fine. You can go down, tap the knee or to the shin or to the ankle, okay? Biggest thing though, don't round that low back in that movement. Keep that low back pulled in, push those hips back, keeping those glutes on in that movement. Next one we got is gonna be Pike to Cobra, supersetted with mountain climbers. Yeah, you don't have to do that one if you want. I would steal somebody else. Okay. So you're in a downward dog position here. You're going to swoop the chest down towards the floor, come up into a pike position, then you're going to reverse that swoop. Nope. So you can either go back into it just like she did, or you can try to do that same swoop of getting the chest down to the floor and pushing back up. It's a lot more difficult. It's a very hard movement. And then, so this is supersetted with mountain climbers. So you're in that push-up plank position, and you're just jumping the knees in, alternating through the feet, okay? Really be intentional now, not just to do the movement, but actually use the core, feel the core contract when you do that knee drive, okay? This is great. We can do this every time. I just pick somebody different every time, show them everything. This is nice. Any questions about any of those movements? I'll kind of be going around as we're doing it, and if there's a tip or a trick or something, I'll let you know. But any questions before we start to warm up? All right, if you have questions online, shoot them in the chat. I might respond, and we are going to get started. Starting with those jumping jacks. You can always minimize the impact by being here, getting rid of that jumping portion as you're starting warming up. Air squats. Pushing those hips back and down. Remember, keep those knees in line with those toes. Keep those glutes on the whole time. Don't lose that bracing. Don't let those heels come up off the floor. Don't let the front of the foot come off the floor. Keep the weight even on those feet. Nice job. Don't round out that low back. Marches. Driving the knee up in front. Nice job. Really be intentional about activating the core. That core is where you're getting that power through that knee drive here. Keep that bracing. Good job. Lunges, alternating with those legs. Either step forward into a lunge or step back into a lunge. If you ever have any knee discomfort, try stepping backwards versus forward. It's a little bit easier on that knee. Weight even on that front leg. Don't let that heel go up. Don't let that toe come up. Keep that, Keep those glutes active. Squeeze those glutes. Make them work. Arm circles. Full range of motion here. Try to keep that torso square. Don't let it twist. Range of motion of the shoulder. Reverse, opposite direction. Downward dog into the inchworms to push-ups. You're moving into that downward dog just like the Pike to Cobra, walking out into a plank, then doing a push-up. Feel free to modify, drop to the knee. We're just warming up. And then you're walking those hips back up into the air, finding that stretch. Good job. Try to keep those heels down. Nice job, nice job. Remember to stay braced. Jumping jacks. Round 2 of the warm-up, starting to pick up that tempo, move a bit quicker. Remember, the tempo of the music is pretty quick, so if you find you're moving quicker and you can sustain, slow it down. You got a bit of movements here. Find your own pace, your own tempo. Air squats. Not a lot of breaks in this class, so if you ever need a break, feel free to step out, take a minute. We're all here just to do our best, so listen to your body and what it needs. Keep those glutes on, knees in line with those toes, keep that brace. Good job. Don't round that low back. If you turn sideways a bit, you should still see that natural curve. Marches. Using that core for into those knee drives. Keep that bracing. Pelvic floor up and in. Keep that core strong. Lunges, alternating. You can add that twist towards the knee that's in front if you want a little bit of thoracic rotation. It's not a quick movement, slow and controlled. Remember, keep that glute on. Weight even on that front foot. We're still braced. Think of control, keep that quality. Arm circles. Full range of motion. Still braced. Good job, y'all. Reverse, opposite direction. Inchworms to push-ups. Moving down into that pike. Walking out into plank. into a push-up and then reversing back into that plank, back up into that pike. Find that stretch at the top through those hamstrings, those glutes.
No one needs your love. No one needs your love. Been way too long on the
Look for the tension through the chest. Keep those elbows in. Don't let them flare out to the side. Nice job. Take a break. 1 minute. And we're starting that workout. If you need to get a drink, go grab a drink. Oh, and I forgot to say, equipment for today, mat and dumbbells, medium and or heavy dumbbell. Always air on light. You can always change the weight or get rid of the weight. Totally up to you. It's in my desk. I forgot to do. Man, it's nice to have classes back again. Excited to be able to do them again. Feels like we didn't have a class forever. Like a long time. Yeah. All right, remember, take breaks as you need. Slow it down if you feel like you're pushing too quick. Just slow that tempo down. Sometimes the music makes you want to keep the tempo of the music. It's okay if you do, but if you need a sec, slow it down. 15 seconds. And we're starting with those squat jumps, supersetted into push-ups. Remember, it doesn't have to be the squat jumps. They can be regular squats if you want, okay? And for those push-ups, remember, keep that chest up, shoulder blades backing down through that full range of motion. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Squat jumps into those push-ups. Keep those glutes on, load those glutes back. Weight even on the feet. Land soft. Let those hips go back and down on that landing. Knees stay in line with those toes on that jump. Nice job. Find your tempo. Try to stick with it. Push-ups. We're down onto the floor. Shoulder blades back and down. Chest is up. Hands a little bit more in shoulder width apart. Job. Don't let those shoulders round forward. Keep those scapula strong. You could hold a pencil between your scapula right now. Nice job, nice job. Don't let those elbows flare too far out to the side. Squat jumps. We're back up, still brace. Check that bracing, keep those glutes on, knees in line with those toes. Weight even on those feet. Good job. Stay with it, stay with it. Good job. If you're at home, keep it up, you got it. Stay with us, stay with us. Push-ups, we're backing down, shoulder blades backing down, chest is up, hands shoulder width apart.
Your body to the rhythm of mine, to the rhythm, to the rhythm of mine. Sacrifice your body to
Feel
the
free
rhythm
to
of
drop
mine,
to
to the
those
rhythm, to the
knees.
rhythm
If
of
you
mine.
find yourself you're needing a lot of rest or it's really difficult, just rep it out on the knees. If you need the knees are hard, just go to a full lay down on the floor. Bring yourself back up. You got it, you got it, you got it. Let's go! Squat jump! We're up, glutes are on, we're braced, we're moving. Take those breaks if you need, slow that tempo if you need, but if you're in it and you're feeling it, let's go. Nice job. Land soft, land soft. Load those glutes on that landing.
It's Friday again. It's Saturday, Sunday, what? It's Friday again. It's Saturday, Sunday, what? It's Friday again. It's Saturday, Sunday, what?
Switch push-ups. We're still braced here. Shoulder blades backing down. That chest is up. Press through the chest. Keep those scapula rock solid. If you're finding you're getting tired, squeeze those glutes. Transfer energy from the feet up through the body. Squat jumps, last set, y'all, and you get a rest period. Let's go. Keep those glutes on. Keep that bracing. Stay with it. Find your own tempo here. Or if it's elbow, pick a number. How many do you want to get? Make them good though. Good job, nice job. Keep that quality. Let's go. Almost there, almost there. Push-ups. Last movement before the break. We're braced, pelvic floor up and in. That core is strong. Those shoulder blades back and down with that chest up. As you're getting really tired, just go down. Try to go down as slow as you can. And then get up, roll up if you need. However you need to do to get up. Nice work, nice work. Almost there. Get one more, get one more. Take a break. Nice job, everybody. 1 minute rest here. You need to get a drink. You need to move around a little bit. How's the first one back feeling? It was rough. It's feeling so good, so good. I don't know what you guys talking about. This is easy. This is super chill. I mean, you know, my throat's a little sore from talking, you know, and it's been a little rough. Yeah. So for the RDL bent over row, it's your own ratio. You can do 5 and 5, you can do 5 and 0, you can do 1 and 1. It's up to you if you want to focus more on the RDL or the bent over row or an even split. And in 5, 3, 2, 1, let's go. On the RDL, keep those glutes engaged. Keep that low back pulled in, shoulder blades backing down, that chest stays up. You're looking for that stretch through the hamstrings, through the glutes. Push those hips forward, flex it up at the top. For that bent over row, you're in that position here, pulling those elbows back and up, squeezing through the back and those scapula. Good job, nice job. Switch, shoulder press, that weight is coming up. Again, really important here, stay braced, keep those glutes on. Pelvic floor, lift it up and in. Core strong, scapula, rock hard. Good job. Don't let that scapula go. Don't let that bracing go. Keep those glutes on. Draw power from the floor, up through the feet, through the body, and overhead. RDL, bent over row. Secret sneak attack is going to be a forearm workout too. Nice job, nice job. Don't lose that bracing, don't lose that quality. It's better to take a rest than do a movement without quality. Keep that quality. Shoulder press. Glutes on, we're braced, we're lifted, scapula strong. As you get tired, if you want, you can alternate. Nice work, let's go, let's go. Draw power through the floor, through the feet, up through the body and overhead. Switch. RDL, bent over row. Take those breaks as you need. RDL, you're focusing on that glute activation. Keep those glutes rock hard. Pinch a pencil between those cheeks the whole time. For that bent over row, shoulder blades, pulling those elbows back and up, squeezing through the scapula, and the lats on the side of the back. Switch. Shoulder press, we're up and we're overhead. Draw, steal that power from the floor. Glutes rock hard, pelvic floor lifted, core strong, scapula back and down. Good job. body is taut here. Work, stay with it, stay with it. Switch. RDL, bent over row. Last set, y'all. Last set, let's go. Keep that quality, keep that low back pulled in. Shoulder blades back and down, that chest is up. Stop, stop. Last movement, y'all. Shoulder press overhead. Glutes are on, scapula's on, core is on. Pulling power from the feet up through the body, out overhead. Let's go, let's go. Last 5 seconds, get one more. Take a break. Nice work, y'all. You deserve that rest period after that one. All right, coming up next is the stance jacks and that Pike to Cobra superset it with mountain climbers. Again, your own ratio here for that Pike to Cobra and mountain climbers. You can do 1 to 1, you can do 1 to 5, you can do 5 to 1, whatever you want here. My peeps at home, keep it up. You're still here with us. I see it. In 15. Okay. In 10 seconds, last round of the day. Get ready for those stance jacks in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Remember, feet starting together, jumping out to the sides, pushing those hips back and down, dropping, reaching over to the side, and back to center. Good job. Keep that quality. Stay braced. Get those hips back. Doesn't matter how far down you get in that movement. The mobility part doesn't matter. You can go to the knee, you can go to the shin, you can go to the ankle. Good job. Pike to Cobra, superset with those mountain climbers here. So you're in that pike position, hips high on the feet, swoop that chest as close to the floor as you can, and then press up into that pike, and then reverse it. Remember, if the swoop is hard, you don't have to go all the way with the swoop. Try to go as far in it as you can, but you can just go from pike to plank. And superset it with those mountain climbers. Switch, stance jacks. We're back up and we're moving. We're braced here. Those glutes are on. Remember, find your own tempo here. You know your limit. You know what feels sustainable. You know what feels good. If you feel like you're really hitting that red line and you need, pull it back a little bit. Slow it down a little bit. You're feeling good. Let's go. Nice job, nice job. Pike to Cobra, mountain climbers. Yo, almost there, y'all. So close. Good job. Really stay braced here. Keep that body strong. Slow, controlled movements on that Pike to Cobra. Try to make it as smooth and controlled as you can. Keep the weight even from left side to right side. Don't shift that weight. We're up. Stance jacks. Third set. Almost there. Come on. Keep that bracing. Keep that quality. As you're getting tired, you can just keep the legs out if you want and be here. You can get rid of that jump. Get those hips back and down. Keep those glutes on. Job, nice job. You got it, you got it, you got it. Pike to Cobra into mountain climbers. Keep that bracing, keep that smooth swoop. Pelvic floor up and in, shoulder blades back and down. Nice job, nice job. On those mountain climbers, use that core. Crunch that core on every knee drive. Stay with it, stay with it. Get one more, get one more. Stance jacks, we're up for the final set today. Let's go, last one. Almost there, almost there. Remember, if you're at your limit, slow it down, slow it down. If you're feeling good, you're tired, but you're good, let's go. Last set today. Stay braced, keep your tempo. Nice job, nice job. Stay with it. Switch! Last movement of the day, y'all. Pike to Cobra and mountain climbers. Doesn't matter if you get 1 or you get 50. Make it good, make it solid, make it strong. Nice job, keep that bracing. Get one more. Take a break, y'all. Nice work. Get a drink, put your equipment away, take a moment. We're gonna get ready for that stretch and cool down. My peeps at home, nice job today, you killed it. My peeps in class, way to work. Good job. As you're starting to clean up, if you see any black streaks on the ground from the weights, mats, and shoes, we'll help facilities, we'll wipe those up. As you're cleaning up, start to slow that breathing down. Working on breathing in through the nose. Send that breath all the way down into the belly and back out through the mouth. And when you're ready, we're going to start with those deeper breaths. In through the nose on the way up, down into the belly, and then out through the mouth on that way back down. We're just working on slowing that body down, slowing that breathing rate, slowing down that heart rate. Getting ready for some stretches and some mobility work. Nice job today, everybody. First one back is the hardest. Huh? Second. Well, I mean, really, it never gets any easier. You're just able to do more and more and more. Whenever you're ready on the next exhale, we're going to pull that arm across, okay? With this stretch, the arm that you're pulling across, you want to make sure that scapula stays back and down. That's going to hold that arm in position so you can find that stretch in the back side of the shoulder. Through all these stretches, that slight brace posture we've been talking about, it's that 2 out of 10 intensity, keeping those breaths, stretching a little further on each exhale through that hold. When you're ready, go and release and sway. For this stretch, we want to make sure we're not shrugging tight through the scapula, through the traps, through the shoulders. Let those shoulders relax, drop down away from the knees. And you most likely will be sore. So if you're very sore, make sure you come on Wednesday. We're gonna warm up, get rid of all that soreness, and get us ready for the next one. When you're ready, go and release, huh? Thursday, what'd I say? Oh, no, we don't do that junk no more. We're shooting at like a 30% success rate with that. So here, we're looking for that stretch through that tricep, shoulder blades back and down, chest up and open. Remember to breathe. Whenever you're ready, go and release. Switch over to that opposite side. If you want, for your back hand, if it's helpful, you can put it in between the scapula. Let you know where to place it. Keep those breaths, stretching a little further on each exhale. When you're ready, you can go ahead and release. We're going to bring the hands behind the back, interlock those fingers, shoulder blades back and down, chest up and open. We're going to roll that head and neck. If you find a spot that's particularly tight, feel free to keep it there. Breathe through that stretch. When you're ready, you're going to go ahead and release. Inhale up and in. On that exhale, you're going to drop down into a full floor squat, pushing those hips back, dropping down, trying to keep those heels down as much as you can. If you can't quite get the heels down, that's okay. Keep that weight forward on your hands. Over a course of time and in classes, working yourself a little bit deeper into that stretch. Once you have those heels down, sit up tall, shoulder blades back and down. You can bring the elbows into the inside of the knees, palms together. Press those palms down to push those knees out a little bit, opening up to the inner thigh. Feel free to have a little bit of movement here, side to side, front to back. It's kind of like a little massage for that hip socket. Still holding that tension. Let it melt away. stretch back into that plank. And go and press into that downward dog. Think of pushing the chest towards the knees, towards the quads. Keep that low back pulled in, shoulder blades back and down. It's okay to have the knees bent here. It's not about keeping the legs straight, but keeping a good position, stretch to the hamstrings and those calves. Now, if you want, go and pedal out those feet, moving that emphasis into the calves. I'm gonna stay here for about 15, 20 seconds. Feel free to alternate. You can stay on one side for a while or move over to the opposite. As you're ready, go and slowly walk those hands into those feet or those feet into those hands, rolling up to standing. And we're gonna finish with those last 3 breaths for the day. Inhaling through the nose on the way up. Exhaling out to the mouth on the way down. This last breath is a thank you to yourself for showing up today. Giving the body a little bit of love, a little bit of movement, a little bit of care. One last final breath in. Nice work today, y'all. Great job. Great first class back. You most likely definitely will be really sore, tired. Homework from this class, okay? Make sure to get a good solid dinner tonight. 6 hours sleep minimum. And make sure to get good meals all through tomorrow. Get a good breakfast, get a good lunch, get a good dinner, throw some snacks in there, okay? Try to move a bit through the day off, okay? Movement helps for you not getting so sore, okay? Keep that bracing, 2 out of 10 intensity. And this is gonna happen Thursday. You're gonna be so sore, you're not gonna wanna come. Make sure you come. We're gonna warm up, we're gonna help work out that soreness, okay? With that, have a nice night. Great job today. If you're with us online, don't forget to like and subscribe if you just want updates when class goes live so you don't have to search for it. Have a nice night, and we'll see you Thursday.